Hello and a warm welcome to AD4 Weekly Review, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. I am Anne James. The Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Professor Sulaiman Elias Bouguereau, has commissioned the Council and Senate building at Federal University, Lokoja, Nigeria. In his opening remark, he expressed excitement and satisfaction at the completion of the project and commended the Vice-Chancellor of the institution for a job well done.
I was happy to return and find my sister as Vice-Chancellor. And I know a number of times she knows that I could be very critical. And I'll tell her to her face if she's wrong. So many of the times she would avoid me. She preferred to do the good job. So that when eventually she invites me, she would have done a lot. That is exactly what has happened. When 2 days ago, she visited me to give me a rendition of update of infrastructure, some of the corrections, courtesy of my two key directors here, Bouguereau in charge of infrastructure and Batala in charge of monitoring and evaluation. I liaised with both of them to see whatever we needed to do to correct the infractions that were so unfortunately committed by the previous leadership. I want to say this for the record. If I go to a university, a polytechnic, or college of education, any of our beneficiaries regularly, it is likely that they are doing well. There are many of the beneficiary institutions that I refuse to go. If you check it out, they are not doing well. So you should not be surprised that I was happy to avoid coming into this university during my first stint. And in less than 1 year, my return, I have come here. It's because
I can assure you that I had my focus as to what to prioritize in our public tertiary institutions, the universities in particular. Reason being, it is the bastion of intellectualism and inquest with deep thoughts. That's what universities are. And we couldn't miss it. A major missing link that had contributed to the poor ranking of Nigerian universities was weak research. And on my return, I continued with what I had started since 2014, focusing on R&D and deepening research. That is why, for the first time, we made a case through the Board of Trustees. They recommended to Mr. President through the Honorable Minister, and the President approved the highest amount ever for research under the NRF window of 5 billion naira.
Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can be caused by any event or thought that makes one feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. According to a Bloomberg study conducted in 2015, Nigeria is the most stressful country in the world. AD4 TV radio went on the streets of Abuja, Nigeria's capital, to know how people manage stress. The report. Stress is a common challenge to everyone and the reality of modern times. According to the American Psychological Association, there are 3 different types of stress: acute stress, episodic acute stress, and chronic stress. Acute stress is experienced as an immediate perceived threat, physical, emotional, or psychological. People are on the lookout for ways to manage stress, from traffic jams, chaotic meetings, smack deadlines, and more. Speaking with residents of Abuja Metropolis, Salome Abutu says, in managing stress, a person should have a good amount of time to rest. In line with what she said, Chukwu Emmanuel proposes that people should engage in sporting activities and also understand their body system.
Well, anytime I'm stressed, I try to take a rest, as in try to relax, give myself some time, have a good sleep, take a good enough fruits, and have a good rest.
Me, for instance, I try my possible best to create chance to rest. That rest is very, very important no matter what we do. I go to the park, usually I play table tennis and the rest. So every individual is supposed to know the capacity or the capability of their brain or their body, the hours you can take and the hours you cannot take. You should not try to overdo because we want to make money or we want to. Because at the end of the day, when we fall down and the rest, or when we are sick, most of this money can't even take care of our hospital bill and the rest.
Similarly, Fidel Oko says he experiences more of mental stress as against physical stress. So he ensures that he gets enough rest to start a new day. Manasseh Dogon, a marketing technologist, says he manages stress by having some time off to relax the mind and body.
I actually don't undergo serious of physical strain because my job is not stressful as per the physical aspect of it. So I just have some mental stress. That's all I encounter because I need to crack my head.
Because of the nature of my work, I do a lot of thinking, brainstorming, innovative kind of thinking. So it requires, so once in a while you get to a point you'll be stuck. So what I do when I'm stuck, when I'm stressed mentally as a marketing technologist, I just seclude myself from work. Then I go to the movie, sit down, watch movie over and over again.
A recovery team has retrieved 6 bodies from New Zealand's White Island volcano in spite of eruption risks 4 days after the volcano erupted. Ashley Bloomfield, Director General of the New Zealand Ministry of Health, said this at a news conference. She revealed that efforts are still being made to recover 2 more bodies, including one spotted in water near the shore of the volcano island and another still missing and presumed dead. The 6 bodies were transported on the HMNZS Wellington, a New Zealand naval vessel, while 15 victims are being treated in burns unit nationwide and 13 Australians transferred back to home hospitals. December 9th every year is marked as the United Nations International Anti-Corruption Day. In commemoration of this day, Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), in collaboration with the maritime and transport sector, organized a summit in Abuja with the theme Zero Tolerance for Corruption. The report.
The International Anti-Corruption Day commenced with a walk from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) zonal office in Wuse 2, Abuja, and terminated at the State House Conference Center, the venue of the Anti-Corruption Summit. Speaking at the event, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari, who was represented by the Minister of Police Affairs, Alhaji Mohammed Maigari, said, "Corruption is a hindrance to growth and development in any society and must be eradicated." He therefore called on Nigerians to join in the fight against the cankerworm.
We cannot, as a country, move forward if corruption is not fought to a standstill. I therefore commend the EFCC, the Shippers Council, the maritime and transport stakeholders for coming up with such a laudable summit aimed at enthroning probity, transparency, and accountability in this vital area of the economy.
The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, in his welcome address, said corruption is one of the major challenges in Nigeria and that the most effective way to deal with it is by getting everyone involved.
At this juncture, I want to sincerely appreciate the unbroken resolve of Mr. President Muhammad Buhari to strengthen the EFCC's hand in the war against corruption. The EFCC is significantly energized to continue its work in an atmosphere of full professionalism and total compliance with the rule of law. We also appreciate the support of all our development partners and indeed every Nigerian to help us and maintain the momentum of the war against corruption.
In his speech, Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka said that the issue of corruption seemed to have been addressed from one aspect and emphasized on the need for the inclusion of all in the fight against corruption.
Olaide was assassinated in his bedroom. It wasn't a political affair, it was a political rivalry or contestation. It was killed, by the forces of corruption. And so it compels one to ask, what has happened to the investigation ordered by the president of this country to those high-profile murders. If we do not solve at least some of those murders, we'll never ever get to the heart, to the core, the hard core of corruption.
Participants at the event said more effort must be made by both the government and individuals to end corruption in Nigeria.
I will give kudos to EFCC. So far, so good. They are trying their best. It's not easy, as they used to say that when you fight corruption, corruption will really fight back. They are trying, and then the number of cases I have had the EFCC man say today that they've been able to, prosecute and convicted about 1,070, fraudsters. So it's a good development.
It's a very good day for us because there is a public awareness, because the campaign is going downstairs from up ladder to down, so that people will realize, people will be conscious of the way the corruption is killing the society. Most especially in every segment of the society, the corruption is moving. So anti-corruption should move from one segment to another segment.
It has been very effective. I am very sure that you will agree with me that at least it has added more value. It has moved so many steps ahead positively, as far as the EFCC is concerned. And you see that the civil society organization are keen in, to say that, look, enough is enough.
Precious Anyogo, reporting for AD4 TV Radio, Abuja.
The use of the internet, particularly the social media, has generated a lot of controversies in different countries across the globe. While some think that the social media is a potent tool for fanning embers of hate, dissension and promoting nudity, as well as other social vices, others feel it is an effective tool for spreading positive information and knowledge for the good of humanity. According to statistics available to AD4 TV Radio, an estimated 2.65 billion people worldwide use the social media, a figure which is envisaged to increase to 3.1 billion in 2021. The current social media global average penetration stands at 45%. The report.
Social media is considered a platform that allows people to share ideas and information. According to research on Google, the power of social media lies in people's interest in sharing information about current trends around the world, which can be for educational, informative, or entertainment purposes. Recently, there seems to have been a shift in preference from the conventional form of dissemination of information, which is the mainstream media, to the new media. Here are some of the reactions from people on the streets.
Social media platform is something I use on a regular basis. Yeah, because this in the contemporary world it's a regular thing. That is what is trending, and it's a medium you use to communicate with friends, the family, and people that share common interests with you. In the contemporary society, not just in Nigeria, in the global community, and you know that social media is the most trending media of conversations, and then where people share a lot of ideas, and then it's handy.
Why I make use of Facebook, most times you can post a product, like I'm a fashion designer, sometimes you can just, when we get something, you can just put it on the Facebook, and also sometimes to keep yourself busy.
I source for information, I also give out information, and then I entertain, like maybe just to catch up with some friends, and then we just chat with each other, and then we know I know what's happening over there, and they know what's happening over here. I prefer social media. It's cheap, and then at least it makes you express yourself more.
The social media is preferable because you get the updates, and when we talk about our TV, there is always time for news, and once you miss it, you've missed it.
The extra is more expensive because you have to subscribe. Now that everywhere is digital, they've moved to analog to digital. You have to subscribe your television every day. But if it's for social media, you have to buy data, and not only for your social networking and for other things again. So I think social media is much cheaper.
Precious Anyogo, reporting for AD4 TV Radio, Abuja.
Well, we at AD4 TV Radio believe that social media can be used to share ideas, promote culture, knowledge and peaceful coexistence amongst people across the world. In the last decade, Nigeria has been battling religious intolerance, violent extremism and youth radicalization. This has been largely fueled by the rapidly diffused messages on ethno-religious identities and have been further intensified by political and socio-economic grievances across the country. In an interactive session with AD4 TV's Radio's Mojisola, Dr. Yusuf Mahmood, a deputy director and researcher at the National Defense College, Abuja, Nigeria, highlights parental neglect as one of the drivers of violent extremism, amongst others.
And one of them is the issue of parental neglect that we have up in the Northeast. The child is born, most of the time they are sent to the madrasas to go and learn the Quran under the tutelage of a malam who has to feed them and all that. And that's why you find a situation where many of them go begging on the street and all that. Then the care for the children as they are growing, you'll see that it is not very, the care is not there in many of the families. And the reason is because some people who are not old enough to become parents have the rights based on religious justification to get married, even to get married to 2, 3, 4 wives and all that, when the person can barely earn up to 2,000 naira a day.
The Nigerian Institute of Management Maitama chapter on Saturday held its annual end-of-the-year party in celebration of its members and organization. The event had members of the institute and well-wishers in attendance to mark the end of a successful year. The report.
The event kick-started with the opening prayer held by the chapter's past chairman, Chike Nwokwe, followed by an opening remark by the chapter's chairman, Adaeze Kalu. Adaeze, in her opening speech, commended and acknowledged the presence of the NIM past chairman, executive committee members, and members of the institute present at the event. She also gave thanks to God for sustaining the organization.
It is an honor to welcome us all to the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered End-of-Year Party 2019. Permit me to appreciate the immediate past chairman, Chief Ibrahim Aminu Anas, MNIM, for their encouragement and support since I took over this leadership. Can we please appreciate him? I didn't hear that very yes.
Farida Bello, past chairman of the NIM Maitama chapter, in a speech gave a brief history of the institute and commended members for their efforts.
If you have the program with you, you will notice that it was actually formed, it was created in year 2005, and it was given a mandate to create all the chapters. Several distinguished fellows and members of this institute have been branch chairmen of Abuja chapter, and they've done wonderfully well. You might have been at the conferences that have been held in Abuja. Usually there's none like it held outside Abuja. So Nigerians of Management keeps coming back here.
Participants at the event also talked about the essence of the meeting.
NIM is about professional development. It's a body that has to do with all organizations and all management at all levels. And so the NIM develops you professionally to project you to a better career.
Oh, Nigerian Institute of Management. It's an institute that develops the management profession in Nigeria, is responsible for regulation of management professional practices and for training and development of managers in both public and the private sector.
You can see it. Tonight's gathering is just that they say all works without play makes Francisca a dull lady.
We are not dull people. We know how to balance things. We've been working all through the year. Today we just say set it out, come and enjoy with friends, tell people how you could manage. Management is in every segment. So we have come to discuss and talk to ourselves, play, eat, talk to ourselves. Also, leave our tentacles open for other people to come in.
It was all dancing and feasting as the event came to a close. Precious Anyogo, reporting for AD4 TV Radio, Abuja.
And that's it on AD4 Weekly Review, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page at AD4TV Radio. Follow us on our social media handles at AD4TV Radio on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Many thanks for watching. I am Ann James.